everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you my income report from September. And now I'm going to be totally blunt honest with you guys. I actually planned on never doing this video. And the reason was because my sales actually went down a lot in September compared to August. And that was very, very disappointing for me. However, the more you guys requested it and the more that I thought about it, the more I realized that there was still a lot to be learned from this. And I know why my sales went down and I know what I need to do to improve them. And personally, I think there's a lot more to be learned during challenging circumstances than there is to be learned from, oh my goodness, I made $5,000 and like it keeps going up. Like obviously that's great in its time, but I think it's also good to acknowledge when mistakes have been made, when things aren't going quite the way as planned, and what can be learned from that. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you my income report for September, as well as what I've learned from it and what I'm going to do to better it for this next month. So let's get into the video. Alrighty, as you can now see, we're on my computer and I'm currently inside KDP Champ instead of Amazon KDP's report system, just because KDP Champ has a lot more and I'd highly recommend it. You can find a link in the description. But anyway, so let's get into everything. First off, I currently have about 410 books that I have created, published, all that jazz that are all out on Amazon. And just a reminder, quantity doesn't play a super duper big role. It does have some of a role, but quality is definitely one of the most important aspects to focus on. But anyway, so I have about 410 books currently. And now I'm going to show you how much I made in the month of September. So I'm just going to change right here the stats to books sold. And you'll see that I sold 55 in the month of September, which definitely a lot less than last month. I can't remember how much it was last month. I know how much I made. Can't remember how many books sold. But anyway, I sold 55 books. And then if I hop over to book royalties, here's how much I've made. So are you ready? I made $69.51, which if you remember from my last income report, I made like over $300. So this is definitely quite a step down, which I'll be honest was very disappointing for me, especially as I was just watching the sales go lower and lower, and I was getting a little bit sad about that. However, I've thought about it again and I have realized exactly what my error is, and I'm going to tell you. So as you can see, the beginning of the month, it was still doing well. Like I had a day where I got 11 sales and that was exciting. And so it was very big here, and then it started to get a little bit less and less and less. And if we scroll down, you'll see that my most popular books, I've got this flower composition book, this dinosaur composition book, strawberry composition book, another flower composition book, another dinosaur composition book. You get the drill. If you know me, I love composition books. I love creating composition books. That's basically how I broke into low content books. I tried a bunch of different things, and composition books was kind of what I zeroed in on. I found I was getting the most sales from those. I enjoyed making them. It wasn't super duper hard for me, especially because I was very happy with the template that I was using, that I was creating, and just using different designs and stuff like that to create my composition books. Oh, and one thing I want to mention, people always ask me if I have used ads or if I use ads. I don't. All this is organic. I am, however, planning on doing ads soon. I'm going to be trying them out, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to create a video about my ads process and exactly how it went so that you can learn from it and give it a shot yourself. But anyway, so as you've seen, composition books are like my thing, and I've made a bunch of them and they've done really well. However, for those of you who know what's so special about August, that's kind of back to school season. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that one of the main reasons why I was getting so many sales was, like, obviously I was doing very well. Like, it's not just because I was creating the right product. My design was good, keywords were good, all that jazz. But a lot of it did have to do with the fact that it was back to school season. And so composition books were the thing. College ruled, wide ruled, primary ruled, everything. Like that is when people are buying them. So I'm not the only one whose sales have gone down. Like those other books, those other composition books that are doing super duper well, they've probably also plateaued as well. So if those authors, creators, publishers, if they have more books, they might still be doing well. But if someone's whole low content book career is riding on composition books, it's definitely gonna plateau. So that's one thing to note. So yeah, as you can see from here, Started out well, it was still doing well, it was slowly going down, and then we're at the point where it's about one or so a day, if that. Some days I've gone without a sale, and I'm like, okay, I guess that's fine. So here's one of the main things that I've learned that I really, really want to share with you guys, and I want to emphasize. Making sales through KDP is going to fluctuate. It's going to ebb and flow as the year goes on, because some books are going to be more popular during some times of the year and less popular during other times of the year. There's some books that would be considered evergreen that would probably continue to make sales throughout the year, just depending on when someone wants them, just like, a standard notebook if someone wants a notebook, or even like a coloring book if they just want to keep their toddler or child preoccupied. There's some things that are likely to do well throughout the year, but there are some times throughout the year, like composition books, for example, there are some people who enjoy composition books when it's not back to school season. Like, I've still been getting sales on some of my composition books. Like, there's still a good source of revenue, but it's definitely gone down a lot because back to school season is now over. So that is one super duper big thing to note, and I cannot stress that enough. When creating low content books, you definitely want to be focused on what is popular at that time of the year. So I made like over $300 last month, and while that may have gone down, that doesn't mean I'm never going to see that money again. Like, next year I'm probably going to be making even more than that. So it's not a total loss, and I've learned a lot. And so what I'm going to do moving forward, there are two main things I'm trying. First off, Q4 is coming. Well, Q4 is technically like here now, and that means Halloween is big, Thanksgiving is coming, Christmas is also going to be super duper big soon. And so those are all super duper big things that you should be thinking about and planning your low content books around. I'm going to come back to you with a Q4 video soon, because I'm trying out and experimenting with a lot of different niches that I haven't experimented with before. And as I said before, I'm also going to be giving ads a shot, which I'm really excited to try. That's going to be very, very soon here. I'm going to try with some of my Halloween books that I've created. I'm going to do some ads for them and see how that goes. And I'm going to share with you the whole process and the results that I get. So yes, my sales have gone down a lot. $70 for a month, definitely not bad, but not as good as last month. But I know exactly why that is, and I know what I need to do to improve, and I need to experiment with more niches. Also, while I'm on the subject of niches, there is this guide that I discovered recently that I think would super duper help all of you guys with planning your low content books throughout the year. And it's called Easy Pub Profits. It's a subscription service that basically every single month they release a new issue of the guide that's about like 80-ish pages long or something like that. And it basically breaks down everything that is important in that month and what's to be noted and what books that you can create around that topic, as well as good keywords that you can target. I'm going to leave a link in the description, but you should definitely check that out, because I think it's an excellent resource for figuring out exactly which low content books you should be focusing on, so that you can spend more time designing and less time doing all that research. Because one of the biggest aspects of KDP is research, but another incredibly big aspect is also design and keywords. They all go together, but if you can just knock out that research process and know exactly what to create, like, you're golden, honestly. So definitely check out the link in the description for that. It's called Easy Pub Profits. But anyway, that about sums it up. Again, total book royalties, I've made $70. It's definitely gone down a lot, and I would be lying if I said I weren't a little bit disappointed, but I've come to terms with it and I know what I need to do, and I'm really excited to be sharing with you income reports in the future, as well as Q4 videos and ads videos. This train has not stopped, and we are going to keep going, and it's totally going to keep growing, and I'm very excited to share with you in the future what I have done differently and what has changed and how much I will be making then. Though this was definitely not the income that I was hoping for, I learned a ton from this experience, and I know what I need to do to keep growing and keep increasing my income so I can see much better results in the coming months. And at the very least, I know that I'm going to be making a ton more next year. Anyway, I hope that this has taught you a little something more about the world of KDP, and thank you so much for watching. If you liked this, I'd appreciate if you could give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. Anyway, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Bye!